Congratulations on finishing your final exams as an undergraduate. Now, what is the next thing to do? Now, in this video, I've prepared the steps to follow immediately you're done writing your exams such that you cannot make mistake. Now, the first thing is that you take a break, of course, very, very important. You finish writing enzymology, one of the most difficult courses as an undergraduate. You're done writing. Of course, you need to take a break, right? Now, taking a break, you relax and unwind. You take time with your family members, spend time with them, have an interaction with them. It's been a long while. You've been going for night class for a very long time and you've had sleepless nights. So this is the time whereby you have to rest, you have to recharge, trying as much as possible to eat good food, relax, you understand, take a good sleep. And when you are done taking a break, it's okay. We'll not take break forever. So we're done. Now the next thing is that you reflect on your academic journey. What are the things you've done? What are the steps you've taken? What are the mistakes you've made? Right? Under reflecting on that academic journey, you say evaluate your strength and weakness. Now, as an undergraduate, what were you strong doing? Which particular places were you very, very good at? What were the places that you made a lot of mistakes? What was your mistakes? Was it that you lacked the ability to read alone? Was it that you had, too much friends? What was your weakness, while an undergraduate? So you evaluate yourself. That's what we call self-evaluation. You identify your strength, you identify your what? Your weaknesses. Now, we say that when you are done evaluating your strength and weakness, you learn from your experience. It's not just enough for you to identify the strength and weakness. You need to learn from them. My dad do tell me that I should try as much as possible to learn from what happened to others. Now, in this particular case, it has happened to you, so you need to learn from it. Don't allow it to happen to any other person before you start learning. Learn from your past mistake. Are you getting what I'm saying? Already you've had your weaknesses. Now, the next thing for us to do here is we start planning for the future. Very, very important. We've taken a break, we've reflected on our academic journey. We need to start planning for tomorrow. Time waits for nobody, right? So you've graduated, you've done your project, you've been resting, you've identified the mistakes you've made, you've identified the good things you did while an undergraduate. It's a time to what? Plan for our tomorrow. Now, under planning for your future, you say you explore career path. Now, there are different career paths in biochemistry. Begin to look at, we have industry. You can decide to focus more on industrial aspects of biochemistry. You can decide to focus more on the healthcare aspects of biochemistry. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You can also decide to focus more on the research part of biochemistry. So there are different career paths in biochemistry. So you need to look at the one that you feel that okay, I'm comfortable doing, and then you focus more on it. Now, furthering your education, we begin to look at say I want to, do my MSc, PhD. So you look at the one that is very, very important to you. Generally, it's usually from BSc to MSc and then to PhD. That's furthering the education after you've actually explored your career path, right? You've understood the place that you want to, focus more on as you continue in this journey of biochemistry. Now, the next thing is job hunting. Now, if you don't want to actually further your education, you can decide to job hunt. You can prepare your CV, prepare your cover letter, and then you start searching for employment around you, around your state, around your country. People that employ biochemistry students, maybe you graduated with 2-1, 2-2, or with first class. You prepare your CV and cover letter for your job hunting, and then you start looking for one. Now, professional development. Now, when we're talking about professional development in terms of planning for your future, professional development simply means attending seminars, attending conferences, learning online skills, trying to develop yourself, getting certifications online. You can use Coursera. There are courses on Coursera that you can learn. That's professional development. You can pay for some courses. You can, pay for training, molecular trainings in biochemistry just to increase your knowledge in the biochemistry that we're talking about. So that is that on planning for your future. Now, the next thing that you can do after this, you can network. Now, networking simply means you can connect with your alumni. Connecting with alumni can be, trying as much as possible, maybe to go on LinkedIn and then search, okay, who are the people that have graduated from this department for the past 5 years? Let's take, for instance, I graduated from Imo State University. I studied biochemistry, right? So I can go on LinkedIn and then I search biochemistry, Imo State University. And then I'll begin to look at people that studied biochemistry in Imo State University and connect with them, have conversation with them. I'll be like, okay, so I graduated from biochemistry. What have you been able to do? What are the past mistakes you've done so far? What is it that if you are doing again, you will not repeat the same mistake? What will you tell your younger self? What advice will you give to your younger self? Do you understand what I'm saying? So have conversation with them, look at where they are now, and then look at how you can, become better. Remember, we're trying to plan for our future, and now we are networking, trying to know people, grow, and then become better people in the society. Now, if you connect with your alumni, you can also decide to join professional organizations. There are professional organizations like Nigerian Society of Biochemistry. We have Red Cross Society. There are a lot of professional organizations that you can join that can help improve, your knowledge of the course and your horizon. And then you can volunteer or internship. Now, volunteering or internship simply means there are a lot of molecular labs, in the state or your country, like Nigeria, for instance. There are a lot of molecular labs here, so I can decide to volunteer, in that molecular lab and say, okay, I want to learn more about biochemistry. I want to know more about, the DNA extraction, PCR, qPCR, right? And so I want to know more about biochemistry, so I can volunteer in a lab or seek for a research intern opportunity. Now, the next thing to do is also to take care of myself. Very, very important. Very, very important. At the end of the day, we are looking at an individual that is mindful. At the end of the day, we're looking at an individual that is, mentally stable. Are you getting what I'm saying? So we need an individual that is very healthy for you to, win this journey. Is a very important thing to do, right? At the end of the day, after your, undergraduate degree, we want to be useful in the society. We want to be people that, whenever we're being called upon, we have something to offer to the society. Now, following these particular steps and processes will help us achieve what we want to do. But you can't actually do all that without, being mindful, without taking care of yourself, without eating well, without exercising your body and soul. Are you getting what I'm saying? So we need to be healthy. That is, the summary of the whole stuff. So this is my, suggestion as an undergraduate or as a recent graduate of biochemistry or any other course. Try as much as possible to follow these steps. Look at, ways that you can improve yourself. There are a lot of ways. If you don't know how to apply for courses on Coursera, I have a video on my channel where I explain, how to apply for courses on Coursera. Apply it is for free. Generally, people pay $50, $55, but you can just, watch that video, learn how to prepare your essay and submit, and then get a lot of certifications on Coursera to help yourself develop professionally. You get what I'm saying? You can volunteer in an organization, volunteer as a research intern, gain research experience. Most of you in your undergraduate, you've not carried out research work before. So volunteer, have the research experience, grow yourself. Biochemistry is not the end. You understand? It's not just enough for you to start studying biochemistry. You need to be able to show it when you are being called upon. So one of the ways to show it is, by knowing the practical aspect of this particular course. So volunteer, apply for research internship opportunity. And I believe that, you'll be one of the best wherever you find yourself as a biochemistry or any other, course that you study. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you again in my next video. Bye for now.